and gentlemen, welcome. It's Wednesday night, which means it's AMA. I apologize for the fucking mess back there. My mom is like reorganizing her room, and yeah, I'm back here to record tonight instead of being in the front area where I've been the last two nights because they're watching a movie really quick. They're watching a movie, so we are going to stream for like the next hour and some change. I'm going to take as many fucking questions as possible. So start dropping them now. I know that you guys got championship matchups. Whoa, fucking definitely a grown man. And yeah, I came back here so that they could watch their movie. I wasn't going to make them fucking move because I'm not an inconsiderate fucking prick. Could I have made them be like, yo, can you go back there to your room and watch the movie? No. But that's also where the kitchen is, and they're finishing up dinner. And I needed to get this started now. So deal with it. Blue Jays, what's good? What's good? What's good? Let's get these fantasy questions rolling. Yeah, no. Sorry, kids don't pay taxes. Don't even know the first fucking thing about none of that. All right, there we go. Let's set it. Blue Jays setting off. Jacobs or White, depending on however that situation goes, or Hopkins in the flex. It's one of the, it's the Raiders backfield situation for me. Are the Raiders going to do what they did against the Chargers? I think that's beyond a reach, but at the same time, you can. I feel like it's a better situation to lay your lows on. Jacobs is trending towards playing this week, so that is positive. It is Kansas City. That is tough, but it's still a divisional game where I expect the Raiders defense to be turned up, where I expect the run game, to be turned up. Chiefs have been on a little bit of a lull lately. That defense is stout, but lately offense hasn't been doing its fair share. Jacobs projected 19 up against KC. I mean, and then you would have Jacobs heading into Indy, and we know that defense, even though they're a top 3 defense right now in fantasy, we know that defense gives up points. So I like the Jacobs and White situation there. Yeah, no, we sure fucking do. We sure fucking do. Actually, that's actually the whole benefit of being single. Do whatever the fuck you want. Ty Chandler should be an ad. Ty Chandler should be an ad. This late in the season, if you have nothing else, going for you, I would, I would expect Chandler to maintain. A lot of folks aren't going out there and starting them, but I mean, he had a boom against Cincinnati, and it's Detroit this week. Yeah, Detroit's tough, but I think Chandler can bang against Detroit. Then you have him against Green Bay following. So, a divisional stretch back to back. I think they'll have to rely on Chandler. If you're mainly just adding him to keep him away from the opponent, strategic, do it. It is safe to drop downs. It is safe to drop downs, just because there's a lot of other options that you can roll with at receiver. I feel like Yo, I'm really believing in this this whole Demarcus Robinson late season hype. But like you could drop downs, pick up Demarcus, and I'm completely okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. 3 peats of double digit numbers. Has been fine in the end zone. I think the Rams continue to utilize Demarcus Robinson down the stretch. You got New Orleans, then the Giants. Final 2 games. I really fucking love it. IDK JP, what's good, JP? What's up? I got a question. Yo, Waddle, Puka, and Pacheco. Can you rank them 1 through 3? Puka, Pacheco, Waddle. Puka, Pacheco, Waddle. Tyreek Hill should be back this week. So I mean, he wasn't at like Tyreek didn't show up at practice today, but he doesn't really show up on Wednesdays. Like, I mean, definitely something to monitor. If Tyreek is out, I necessarily don't. Moves the needle for Waddle. For me, no Tyreek. They have to rely on Waddle. Waddle has to be the number 1 threat down the stretch. Miami, in some situations where they got to clean up against Dallas and Baltimore. 3 very tough games for them down the stretch. The only way that Waddle starts over Puka or Pacheco is if Hill is 100% out. Waddle had a huge game last week. These are tough defenses down the stretch, tough teams down the stretch. Dallas looked like shit. I expect Dallas to look like shit against Miami this week. Waddle is definitely startable. 13 targets 4 weeks ago. So sad. I'm picking up Drake London with Heineke at QB. I like it. I don't mind that at all. You see that Drake video? You see the video that Drake dropped today? Thoughts? What video? What video? Which fucking video? Talking about the Tory Lanez thing? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen exactly what he said. I have not. If it's about the Tory Lanez thing, I haven't seen exactly. I've heard the rumors. Free Tory. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my personal opinion without even seeing what Drake said. Free Tory. But I am gonna check that out later. Wait, with Morgan Wallen? There's a fucking Drake video with Morgan Wallen? Drake? Well, had no idea about that. Nope, didn't know. Didn't know. You Broke My Heart dropped 8 hours ago. I didn't even fucking know this. Well then. I have homework to do after we get done streaming. What else we got, chat? Let's keep it moving. Championships. I know a lot of people are overthinking. I know a lot of people need peace of mind right now. Let me know what y'all need, and I got you. Starting fucking Josh Palmer in the semis. Ugh. I need Brian Robinson back. Sam Howell to remain the starter, of course. That news dropped today. Someone get Ron Rivera far the fuck away from my team at any and all costs. Starting Juwan Johnson at tight end. Not happy. I'm not happy whatsoever. I have a slightly better start sit accuracy over my opponent. So that's important to me. We're going to roll Lamar Jackson, Alvin Kamara, Jalen Warren, T. Higgins, Zay Flowers. Terry might stay in that. Terry's going to stay in that starting spot, given what I have on the bench to be able to fucking sacrifice. Juwan Johnson, Josh Jacobs, Josh Palmer, Joe Flacco. Options I can start. Could start Noah Brown. I could start Brian Robinson. I could move Flacco for Sam Howell. Flacco's just on a tear. And I don't know which Houston we're going to get this week. That's what makes that situation so puzzling for me. Zay Flowers should be fine. He didn't practice today. Coach isn't worried about it, so I don't even know what the fuck movie my family's watching. So I feel like Zay Flowers remains in my starting lineup. I wonder if I have. Let me see what's available on tight for tight ends. Like, let me dig deep. Let me for real dig deep. There is no digging deep. It's pretty much Juwan Johnson or bust at tight end. The position that I'm weak is set. Jimmy Graham. Oh, it's ugly at tight end. Oh, damn, it's ugly at tight end. The best available option. I could grab Dawson Knox. I don't like that. Go Noah Fant. I don't like that. Oh, especially not against Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is stout. Fuck it. We're playing Juwan Johnson against the Rams. Literally the sleeper report. Avoid Juwan Johnson after touchdown performance. Fuck, I need to find me a trustworthy tight end. Damn, I need something. Noah Fant was targeted 5 times by Drew Lock, but I don't think that it's going to be Big Cock Brock against Tennessee. Kylan Grayson. That mother. No. Elijah Higgins. Can't believe I'm asking this. Diggs or Debo? Buffalo needs Diggs down the stretch. But Debo is just so undeniable. Debo is so undeniable, bro. Like, I might grab this Elijah Higgins guy. Might pick up this Elijah Higgins character. Because I'm not benching AJ Brown or Cup. Here's the thing, like I do not mind you starting Debo. Debo's wide receiver 12 on the season. That man is nasty, bro. Diggs is wide receiver 7, 4 for 5, 48 yards. Subpar against Dallas. But it's the Chargers, and the Chargers suck. Yeah, and Debo was hurt. Debo was hurt, and he's still wide receiver 12. If you ask me if he wasn't hurt, he would probably be top tight end. Probably be top tight end. You guys remember that time that someone tried to be like, Ayuk is better than Debo? Ayuk is wide receiver 16 on the year. They are going to fuck the Chargers up. They are going to do whatever they want. Debo is going to have his way. Debo is going to have his way. Christian McCaffrey's going to have his way. I couldn't see myself benching any star of that 49ers lineup. I couldn't, I don't think I could see myself doing it. Because he isn't a receiver. He's just Debo is everything. Debo can do it all. Debo can do it all. And he's definitely a receiver. Look at that fucking route tree. That man is breaking people deep. Ayuk can do that one thing. He catches those goals, catches those deep slants, catches those posts. Ayuk is good for taking the top off of defenses. If an offense doesn't allow him the ability to be able to do that, not the same player, not the same guy. And Ayuk benefits because he has Debo as the wide receiver 1. I don't think I could. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they have to verse Baltimore. 49ers have to. Let me see something. Yep, 49ers have to verse Baltimore. Diggs against the Chargers. Just. Diggs against the Chargers is just so fucking undeniable. I mean, look at the game log here. The last 2 outings haven't been great for Diggs. Philly, he went off. Jets, Broncos weren't great, but he's been stable the rest of the season. What scares me about Diggs is that he'll go out there and like there can be that can be a 6-point game. Like, you know, like if the Chargers just decide like, oh, we have a new coach and we have a brand new team, Like, that's what scares me about that. But, like, it's the Chargers. It's the matchup. That's where Diggs gets the nod. But the 49ers, they play up to their competition. I mean, recent game log says go with the hot hand. It doesn't matter who the 49ers have been playing. Debo, from a fantasy standpoint, is obliterating teams. I can't see myself benching Debo. I can't do it. I don't give a fuck that it's Baltimore. I don't care that it's Baltimore. I don't think that the Ravens can stop the 49ers. If it's Ravens Niners in the Super Bowl, I think that Niners still pull that out. The AFC is stronger than the NFC, hands down. The 49ers can match up against any and every fucking team in the AFC. What up, Leafs? Zeke or Josh Palmer? I am starting Palmer in the league because I have to. You got Zeke against Denver. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Zeke against Denver scares me because we saw what happened against KC. I don't think that I could do. I would have to go Josh Palmer. Both are in shitty situations on shitty teams, so you're just dependent on one of them to go boom. It's literally a boom bust type of pick. If I'm going with the boom bust type of pick, please just hit Palmer in stride for like a fucking 76-yard touchdown. And like that can be all that I get from Palmer. Like, hopefully the rest of my team can do what the fuck. Like, at least Palmer will like go up there, go get it, jump out the gym. Patriots against good teams, no. That running game gets held in check, and that running game is definitely going to get held in check against the Broncos. Mm-mm. But yeah, for me, it's going to be Josh Palmer. Denver been hammering that D. Take it. Yeah, they have. Yo, whatever fucking movie they are watching sounds lit. Good fantasy questions. No, it's like I guess like it's some movie that recently came out. It's like some like there's a bunch of crazy shit. Like even when I was watching, like when I was like watching them start it, I was like, damn, like this shit looks lit. I was like, that shit look crazy. Like for real, for real. CT with Stroud. My gosh. Um, Look, I hope that Stroud plays. Um, that team's not the same without CJ. He's still questionable. Didn't practice, was held out of practice. Uh, this is probably going to be the second straight week. Right now, they're saying that they're preparing Case Keenum. It's going to be Case Keenum. Case Keenum versus the Browns. No, maybe, I don't know. Maybe Case Keenum revenge narrative. Mm-mm-mm. She Rice or T Higgins. I feel like you gotta go T Higgins. I feel like you gotta go T Higgins. Um, Receivers aren't catching the ball for KC. It's not a pretty sight right now in KC. But it is also like the Raiders, and I mean Rice is still a top 24 guy. So I don't want that to get misconstrued. Rice went off against the Patriots, went off against Buffalo. We went off against like bro will get you points. I mean, the last time he played the Raiders, he put up points. If anyone's gonna go out there and get the job done for you, I'm liking the opportunities that a Rashee Rice presents. Um, but then it's also, T. Higgins. He's got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sucks. Rice could easily outperform T. Higgins this week. Rice could easily outperform T. Higgins this week. And I feel like I'd probably go with Rice more so. I feel like at this point I would be willing to die on the sword of Rashee Rice and the Kansas City Chiefs. They got to get together wins. They got to shut the public up. The only way that you're going to do that is by getting the ball to Rashee Rice and letting him go the fuck off. Honestly, I just don't see any other way outside of that. We'll be back in the Springs tomorrow. I'll be back in the regular studio. Excuse me. Yes, we are going to talk more about that on Rumboyz After Dark. Um, I mean, that's just like regular locker room talk. Like, this is a conversation that will happen like in the locker room. But all I'm gonna say is, like, every other show keeps doing it as if it's like just this year. Like, I feel like they're just doing it as if it was this year, but like if we were to do this, like, like for real, for like build a team, like cool. Yeah, y'all might get, some pretty, you get a decent coach. You get like, Mitch Stevens, Max Crosby playing on. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be like an all-time thing. I mean, and I'm sorry, but like, he got to be over there with them. He can't be over here with us. Like, sorry, Max. Like, we would love to have you, but of course. But or like even if they did it within like the last like 5 years, like even if they did it within like the last like 5 years or so. That's not how that works. If one of the things like Mike didn't like that, like when I said it, because it's the truth. If you look at back in like American law, like American history, the second there's a drop of black in you, historically speaking, it makes you black. Like, so yeah. Sorry, white people. But Mahomes is ours. The tight ends, Hawk, Kelsey, Laporta would go nuts. But we would have all like with the football being a team sport, we'd have like all other positions locked down. Like we end up with Trent Williams, Should be crazy. Should be crazy. I'm just saying. Like they'd have to line up tight ends as receivers. And that ain't gonna work very well. We would just resurrect Antonio Gates. And that would be a problem. We got Tyreek Hill. Yeah, fucking Tyreek Hill. Like, come on. We got Debo. We got Tyreek and Debo. We'll just run jet sweeps on your bitch ass all day. Like I'm saying. Like we got Lamar Jackson. Tyree would cook whoever. Exactly. Like, and then they ain't got no corners. Doesn't work out well for them. It doesn't end well. Doesn't end well. Like what? They're gonna bring back Jason Sehorn? Like we haven't had a fucking white corner since the 2000s, like 2004. That's a real stat. We haven't had a white corner since 2004. The Giants were the last ones of a white corner. Like I'm just saying. Doesn't go over. It's not gonna go over well. It's not gonna go over well. It's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well. Someone's still recreating this as a TikTok, and like they're gonna line up like them and their friends against each other and like really do like a game. We'll have Percy Harvin. It's fine. Somebody's got to take Younghoe Koo. We'll take Younghoe Koo. We'll take Younghoe Koo. And we probably won't need a kick. We'll just go for 2 every single time. Kyle Pitts got to step up. Yo, we'll take Kyle Pitts, Chig. They have 0 special teams. He's on team agent. That's not the way. That's not the rules. That's not the rules. Like they're left out of this. Halifunga, I'm sorry. You can't get Puka. You can't get Puka. You can't get Puka. Like you literally can't. That's we go by law, like we go by America's standards. You can't get Puka. You can't get Mahomes. You can't get that is the dumbest shit I have ever fucking heard. That is literally the dumbest fucking thing that I've ever heard. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever fucking heard. I'm sorry to tell you this, but if Puka Nacua gets pulled over, you know what the cops are treating him as? Black. That's the way that this country works. Sorry to burst your little heart, Aiden. Sorry to burst your bubble, but that's and America built it that way. It's been that way since slavery. Oh no, they count. They count. They count. They in a courtroom and they face some time. They like go get that. They count. They count. If they don't get the ability to use no type of white privilege, they count. Sorry to tell you that, man. That's just the way that it works. Ain't nobody turning. The second Puka does something, ain't nobody turning away from that. Second Mahomes does something, ain't nobody. Shit. Have y'all seen what happens in America? White people will disown him real quick. The second Tiger started messing up, white people like, he's not one of us. Just saying. Hey, it's the truth. That's too much on the Dave Chappelle level of comedy for some people. Some people would be like, oh, fuck, I can't believe Robbie just said that. It's the truth. Well, obviously, we get Fred Warner. Obviously. Yeah, but I've seen the topic going around. It's fucking hilarious. I think that I personally, like, if you were raised in like that Dave Chappelle era, it's funny to you. If you're like, I think like the newer generation might be a little like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they're talking about this. Like, bro, this was a conversation that we would talk about in high school. Granted, I went to high school in Virginia. So let's just make sure we put that out there. Obviously, this conversation would happen in Virginia. But like, you know, like it's been a conversation that everyone that's ever played football has had. How are you going to run the ball? How are you going to run the ball? Like you're just going to use Christian McCaffrey every single time? You're not going to be able to keep up for 4 quarters. Just saying. I think that the topic is hilarious just because like 72% of the NFL is black. So it's like, do we just take like, you know, the other, you know, like 32-ish like percent? Like I'm just saying. We also have Trent Williams. We have Trent Williams, dog. We have just as big boys and just as much talent. Yeah, like the defense starts to get scary. The defense for us starts to get scary. And then we got depth on top of depth. Both the Bosa's got to be able to stay on the field the whole time. Like I'm just saying, like we got more depth, mathematically speaking, which gives us more talent to put on the field at any given moment, which means defensive coordinators aren't going to be able to game plan for everyone. It's just bad. It doesn't end well, mathematically speaking. But we're going to talk about this more Friday night because I want to see what like the rest of the panel has to say, especially once I start bringing out like the math side of it. Like, so like, how are you going to maintain fresh legs? He said, we have Ushek. We got a fullback. Bro, we got We got Lamar and Mahomes, bro. We have Lamar and Mahomes and Hurts. Dog. What are you gonna do? The fuck are you gonna do? Oh my gosh. Like, what are you gonna do? Because then we got TJ Watt out, but how are you gonna keep fresh legs? Like, that's what I'm saying. How are you gonna stretch the field? Who the fuck is catching for Hunter Renfrow? These motherfuckers gonna have Hunter Renfrow out there. They're trying to fucking just running digs and then just tink. That's all it's gonna be. We don't need Jason Kelce. We literally do not need Jason Kelce. He's like, we got Cooper Kupp. You see, you're not going to be able to run. You're not going to be able to stretch the field with a bunch of tight ends. Excuse me. Like, it's just not going to happen. There's going to be no speed. There's going to be no speed. And with the defensive players that we would have, it's just too much fucking range. Yeah, PS2, Sauce, Ramsey. You said Mariano. Oh my. What has Kelce done to the NFL? Bro, I love that Aiden is trying to play the one player making the whole difference angle when it's like, you still need depth. You still need depth. He ain't taking on double teams, bro. Because there's going to be too much talent on the defensive line. You're not stopping. You're not stopping the defensive line that Leafs just put up. Like, you're not stopping this. You're not stopping this. You're not stopping this. Like that. It's okay. We have Scotty Miller. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Oh, shit. Yep, exactly. Like, y'all have no corners, and we got the best receivers, and we got the best corners. You're fucked. 6 different ways to Sunday. That'll be a game that you won't make it out of. We will hang 70. We will hang 70. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I'm sorry. Okay. That's enough, because someone's definitely so gonna fucking clip this and be like, I can't believe that Robbie said this. You can't believe the person that does stand-up comedy in the offseason made jokes about this. By the way, pain is pleasure too. Working on that. That set's going to be fucking hilarious. The first set was good. That was just me getting my feet wet, practicing. The second set, like, I've been working on for about like a year and some change now. So it's going to be dope. Send doubles play action with Josh Allen, CMC Cup, Thielen, Kelce, Hawk, Kittle. What type of possession is off the charts? A lot of time possession with no fucking where to go. Getting canceled. People are soft. People are soft. People are soft. People are very soft. I'm hoping that in 2024 we get rid of that. Like, I'm for real hoping in the new year that is something that we do get rid of. I'm hoping that is something that stops. Because I'm probably not caring about people's feelings in 2024. I'm going to be honest. Like, unless, like, they're my friend. Or, like, unless, like, you got something going on. Team have high charters, coachable players with grit. And I would let them date my daughter. Wow, that was some racist shit. Well, that went over for. He's like, hey, Lisa, I don't give a shit, Aiden. Like literally with the talent that we have, we'll just draw plays on the fucking ball. Like you run this way, you run this way. Great. Oh, I've definitely heard that. Cool. Well, I answered everyone's fantasy questions, and we literally just had like a whole fantasy football, like what if like scenario conversation. Shout Rashard Mendenhall for that fucking topic. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna watch a movie with my family. The chicken that they put on the grill looks insanely good. Insanely good. So I am Scotty Miller's Supreme fastest player in the NFL. Tyreek has something else to say about that. You guys can have Braxton Berrios. I need to get the fuck off air. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do, dilly dilly. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for pulling up. Those that got their questions answered, cool. If you didn't, DM me. We outie.